The Code Crusader, a journey of self-belief and triumph. In the pulsing heart of San Francisco, where innovation flows like electricity through fiber optic cables and dreams touch the fog-kissed peaks of gleaming tech towers, lived a young woman named Alexandra Williams. The city itself seemed to breathe with the rhythm of technological progress, its streets alive with the footsteps of visionaries and dreamers. But among them all, Alexandra's story would prove to be one of the most remarkable tales of persistence, courage, and unwavering determination. From her earliest memories, Alexandra had been mesmerized by the dance of pixels across screens, the elegant ballet of ones and zeros that could transform imagination into reality. As a child, while other kids played with dolls and toy cars, she would sit for hours at her father's old desktop computer, watching in wonder as simple commands brought forth digital magic. Her father, a maintenance worker at one of the city's countless startups, would often find her asleep at the keyboard, her small fingers still positioned over the keys as if ready to type out her next creation. In high school, Alexandra's passion bloomed like a rare flower in the concrete jungle of the city. The programming club became her sanctuary, a place where she could truly be herself. Under the guidance of Ms. Rodriguez, a former Silicon Valley engineer turned teacher, Alexandra discovered she had more than just an interest in coding. She had a gift. Her code was elegant, efficient, and innovative in ways that made even her mentor raise her eyebrows in appreciation. While other students struggled with basic loops and arrays, Alexandra was already crafting complex algorithms that seemed to dance with life. But life, as it often does, had other plans. The tech boom that had transformed San Francisco into a glittering metropolis had also made it increasingly unaffordable for families like Alexandra's. Her father's salary, once comfortable, barely covered their rising rent. Her mother's health began to fail, medical bills mounting like storm clouds on the horizon. The dream of college, once so bright and certain, began to dim like a dying star. The day Alexandra had to withdraw from her computer science program at City College was the darkest of her life. She remembered standing outside the administration building, her withdrawal papers clutched in trembling hands, tears mixing with the familiar San Francisco mist. That evening, she walked for hours through the city, past the towering headquarters of companies like Google, Facebook, and Apple, temples of technology that now seemed as distant as Mount Olympus. Yet destiny has a way of opening doors when we least expect it. On a particularly foggy morning, as Alexandra rushed to her barista job in the financial district, she literally collided with Sarah Martinez, a senior developer at a local startup. As they gathered Alexandra's scattered belongings, Sarah noticed the programming books in her bag and the lines of code scribbled in her notebook. That chance encounter led to a conversation, which led to an invitation to join Code Crusaders, an underground movement of tech professionals dedicated to mentoring aspiring developers from non-traditional backgrounds. The Code Crusaders operated out of a converted warehouse in the Mission District, a space that hummed with the energy of dreams and determination. Here, Alexandra found her tribe, other passionate souls who refused to let circumstances dictate their destinies. There was James, a former janitor teaching himself machine learning; Maria, a single mother building apps between her night shifts; and countless others, each with their own story of resilience. Under the guidance of the Code Crusaders, Alexandra's skills flourished like wildflowers after rain. She learned not just to code, but to think like a developer, to see problems as opportunities, to transform challenges into stepping stones. The community became her second family, supporting her through countless late-night debugging sessions and celebrating her small victories as if they were Olympic triumphs. The turning point came when Alexandra participated in the city's largest hackathon. Her team's project, a mobile app that helped low-income families find affordable healthcare and track medical expenses, won not just first place, but caught the attention of several major tech companies. The irony wasn't lost on her. The very problem that had forced her to abandon her dreams had become the catalyst for their resurrection. A prestigious coding bootcamp offered her a full scholarship, recognizing in her the rare combination of technical brilliance and real-world perspective that the industry desperately needed. The program was brutal: 16-hour days, complex projects, and technical challenges that would have made senior developers sweat. But Alexandra thrived under the pressure, her past struggles having forged in her a resilience that no algorithm could break. However, stepping into the gleaming offices of Tech Fusion, one of Silicon Valley's most innovative startups, Alexandra felt like an imposter all over again. The halls were filled with graduates from Stanford, MIT, and Berkeley, their confidence as polished as their resumes. In team meetings, she found herself hesitating to speak, afraid her non-traditional background would somehow show through like a glaring bug in perfect code. But Alexandra had learned too much, come too far to let self-doubt win now. She remembered something Sarah from Code Crusaders had told her. Your struggles haven't held you back. They've given you a perspective that no Ivy League degree can teach. With this mantra in her heart, Alexandra began to find her voice. Her first major project at Tech Fusion was developing a machine learning algorithm to predict customer behavior. While her colleagues approached the problem with textbook solutions, Alexandra drew from her experiences as a barista, understanding how real people made decisions in the real world. Her algorithm not only outperformed traditional models, but opened up entirely new ways of thinking about artificial intelligence and human behavior. Word of Alexandra's innovative approach spread through the company like wildfire. Soon, she was leading her own team, her unique perspective and technical skills earning her the respect of even the most skeptical colleagues. The dark circles under her eyes became badges of honor, her slightly hunched shoulders straightened with growing confidence. But Alexandra never forgot her roots. Every weekend, she could be found at Code Crusaders, mentoring others who, like her younger self, dared to dream beyond their circumstances. She established a scholarship fund for aspiring developers from low-income backgrounds, naming it after her father, who had sacrificed so much for her dreams. Today, Alexandra Williams is more than just a successful software developer. She's a symbol of hope for countless others who dare to pursue their passions against all odds. Her story echoes through the streets of San Francisco, a reminder that in the world of technology, it's not your background that matters, but your determination to learn, grow, and create. As the sun sets over the bay, casting golden light across the city she calls home, Alexandra often thinks about that young girl who once stared in wonder at a computer screen, dreaming of possibilities. She realizes now that every obstacle, every setback, every moment of doubt was just another line of code in her life's program. Challenges to be debugged, problems to be solved, opportunities to grow stronger. For in the end, the greatest programs aren't written in Python or Java, but in the universal language of perseverance, courage, and unwavering belief in oneself. Alexandra's journey continues to inspire others to write their own success stories, one line of code at a time.